Okay. No musical intrigue this time. It's Valentine's Day, everybody. Should be spreading love and joy and all that good shit. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. It's a commercial holiday. We should all be loving each other every day, right? All of us. Every day, every day, every day. But since we're not going to do that, I'm going to touch on something a little bit real quick. Um, I was just called and told that Darren Whitney had passed away. Hi, Nicole. How are you, love? Uh, Darren Whitney was my friend. He will always be my friend. And I considered him somebody that, in some short way, was like a kindred spirit. We both suffered from the same type of ailments having to do with illness. And it saddens my heart to see him go. Although I think a lot of us knew that he wasn't really taking care of himself and that he drank too much for his condition. But when you're at the end parts of your life, it's kind of depressing. And when you know that there's no good prognosis, even though people say all you have to do is eat right and change your lifestyle, it's not always as easy as that, unfortunately. Um, I just want to clear something up. I don't lurk at JC's, and I don't send Captain over there to lurk at JC's at all. In fact, I constantly encourage him never to watch that place or Vegas at all. Captain is a very sweet human being. When he heard this morning, I guess, that Darren had passed away, even though he didn't know Darren all that well, he felt sorry for JC and he wanted to go over there and give us some condolences. And I guess everybody jumped all over him and said that, he was spying. And I could have told him if he was going to go over there, that's what was going to happen to him. But he didn't talk to me about it at all. He just went over there because Captain is a loving person and he wanted to make sure that people over there knew that he was sorry that Darren had passed away. But I, in no way, shape, or form, had anything to do with it. And let me tell you something. If I went over to JC's to express my condolences, I don't see where people would come over there and jump my shit. Because the fact is I know Darren. I've known Darren as long as fucking JC has. We certainly weren't as close by any means, but I know Darren. And if I want to say, sorry, this person has passed away to everybody that knowed him and loved him, well, fucking A, I should be able to do so. That's when you guys should be able to put your petty shit aside and just see that one of the people in your ranks has lost their lives and mourn together. But instead, there's an opportunity for splicing people alive. So that's what we gotta fucking do. We gotta that opportunity to make other people feel like shit, right? That's the way it is. God damn it, people. Are you serious for reals?
Bring on. Welcome to All Tech Lansing.
Hey, Janet.
What's up, Cap? Hi, Joe. Well, Joe, all I know is this is I love
Hey,
Darren.
Mermaid. Hey,
Darren
Nicole.
was my friend. We weren't able to speak to each other much over the last couple years because of my fallout with JC, but that does not change my feelings towards him. That he was a good person, that he was funny, that he was charismatic, and that he suffered for many years with his ailment. Something that I can completely relate to because he had the same fucking thing as I did. And if I wanted to go over there and tell everybody that I was sad and that Darren is gone and I got eaten alive, that's some fucked up shit. I don't know.
Hey, Glenda.
I told myself I wasn't going to cry. Okay. So that being said, Cap wasn't sent over there to spy for me. He was at another place, I guess, and they told him over there. And they went
Yeah.
over and gave his condolences. I am just now, right this second, finding out Cap's the one who told me. So don't blame me for going over there and lurking. Because that's not what's happening with me. In fact, I tell Cap all the fucking time not to go over to that place.
She
All
does.
the time.
She does. She does. I was just being nice and giving my condolences because I know that Darren meant something to JC. That's all I was trying to do. I
He
wasn't
was
trying to
my
spot.
friend too.
I know.
He had the same fucking problems I did. What nobody understands about that whole situation is that they don't give you good news ever. They don't ever give you a bright spot to hold on to. It's always bad news. That's why I was always so nice with Darren when he drank. It wasn't because I knew it was good for him. Trust me. I have all people know it's not good for him to drink. But there's this mortality that you face every day. And it sucks to wake up feeling like shit every fucking day, no matter what you do. And then going to the doctor, finding out that you're doing all this stuff that feels like torture to you,
You're welcome, green eyed monster.
and nothing gets better. It gets worse. And then people don't believe you either. They don't believe you. They just think, hey, no problem. You just gotta fucking go outside and take a walk. You're gonna be okay. Just stop drinking. Stop eating carbs. It's not that easy. I wish it were. God. People just don't understand what he went through. I don't think they ever will. Ever. I'm sorry, I promised myself I wouldn't cry, but this hits a little hard for me, a little close to home. A little way too close to home. Anyways, rest in peace, Darren. You're no longer in pain anymore. We love you, and thank you for bringing your unique life to this planet. And I'm sorry. So sorry. The end of your life was so sad. You were a funny guy. You were talented. And I wish I could go to your funeral. Anyhow, I'm sorry, everybody. I just didn't want people to think that I sent Cap over there to spy. Because that's just
No,
not true.
no. I went over there and wished my condolences out of kindness because I know how much he meant to JC. And I know how much he meant to you, Shannon. I know.
I wasn't able to be friends with Darren this last year, but I did that out of respect for JC because too many people use my channel against her and use her channel against me, and there's just some things that should remain an unspoken respect between people, even if they're fighting. But I knew Darren was in bad shape. I knew he was. I could tell by the symptoms he was describing. I know because I've been there. Because I'm pretty much in the same place. In a lot of ways, I just don't drink. And I take my medicine because my kids insist upon it. Because they don't want me to die. It's such a hard way to go, everybody. I can't tell you. That man fought so hard. I know what he's going through. I knew what he went through. The only thing he didn't go through that I did was the amputations. It's hard. It's really hard. I don't think anybody really understands. And you won't. You won't unless that happens to you. You won't understand. So when people are on these places screaming that they want your death and all kinds of other things, and you're just praying to God that you do die. Because it hurts every day to be alive. I don't know. I'm just so sad for him. I'm sad and I'm happy he graduated at the same time because he doesn't have to do this anymore. Poor Darren. At least it was a stroke and he went fast. It's got to be better what the alternative is, which is what I'm going through. Staying alive just long enough to be cut into pieces. Oy, I gotta get out of this fucking mindset. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. He was really funny. It was super funny. It was super funny, and he was super talented, and he was so charismatic, man. Anyways, I'm sorry to anybody who knew Darren and lost his little light in this world, because it was really unique and it was really special. And I'll never forget him, ever. I'll take his presence with me to death. He was a really, really interesting, neat person. And I give my prayers to him and his family and everybody who loved him, because I know it's hard. And I know loss is hard. But in reality, I also know that Darren is in a better place. And he's no longer in pain. And I know people say that idly, but it's the truth. And this sucks. Living here on this planet with a chronic illness, it's not a fun thing. It really isn't. Hi, Hoovy.
Hi, Hubert. Hi, Lisa D.
It really wasn't a shock for me, Nicole. People who knew Darren the best, who've known him for, like, I've known Darren going on, like, I don't know, it's 4 or 5 years now. We all knew he had troubles. Just like they all know I have troubles. A lot of times, people like him and I, when you're in a bad position, you don't really talk about the details too much with just the public. I mean, I think JC probably knew a lot more than most people because he talked to her privately. But most of us didn't know. I knew because I deal with the same thing. So I knew he was in bad shape. And it had been a while. And Darren didn't deal well with the depression that came with that chronic illness and being told things all the time. So he drank a lot to escape it. I mean, he was always a drinker. He was always like a musician and stuff like that. He always drank and partied, but it just got worse after he got the illness, and it just got worse. I used to beg him to go take his medicine and go to the doctor, but everybody did. You just kind of give up after a while. That's all. Your spirit gets broken. You keep on doing everything the doctors are telling you, and you just keep getting worse, and your spirit gets broken. You figure, fuck it, I might as well go out the way I want to go out. Might as well go out drinking, smoking, partying, whatever. Because none of this is working. It's kind of fucked up, actually, when you think about it. Hey, Uvi. I'm sorry, I didn't say anything to anybody walking in. I didn't even do roll call. So, everybody who's in here, thank you for coming. I'm sorry to give this news out to you who know Darren. I mean, obviously, JC's the one who should be getting this announcement. It's just that when Captain called me, he said everybody jumped his shit for going over there. And I'm like, that's probably because they think that you're spying over there for me and lurking. And he said, that's exactly what I thought. And I said, well, I could have told you that to begin with. So I wanted to clear something up. This isn't really about me. I just wanted JC to know that I wouldn't do something like that. I wouldn't send Cap over to lurk at her channel. And half the
No.
time when I get stuff from places, it's not from JC's. It's usually from Rusty's stream. And when I think about it, it's probably Rusty who's the one fucking showing me because she wants me to be pissed off. I don't know who it is. But I don't
Yeah.
send anybody to anybody's stream to lurk.
No.
Ever.
I
Ever.
went over to JC's on my own accord. Shannon didn't even know Darren had passed away yet. And
I don't
I went over to give my condolences because I felt bad.
well,
You've never
I'm never gonna do that to anybody. I don't send people over to lurk at all. And I
no.
would never do that to anybody, not even my worst enemy, if their spouse died. And I'm not saying Darren was JC's spouse, but they were very, very close. And I wouldn't do that.
I know.
Especially not with Darren. God damn, people. I'm not evil like everybody thinks I am. They like to paint me that way, but I'm not. I don't have that inside of me. I never have. Hey, West. Hi, Gail. I'm not going to go as far to say he was JC's man. I don't know what their relationship was, and I don't spread rumors. I just know that they were very close. That's all. Super close. He was at least one of her best friends. That's all I have to say. And too many times somebody that was my best friend or somebody that I was interested would go over to JC's and either get half naked and flirt with people or talk about me, and I'm not doing that to her. I'm not doing that to anybody because I don't like it being done to me. It's really even not about protecting JC. It's about doing unto others as you would want done yourself. That's what it's about. Oh, NorCal, that's
And
not me. That's Cap.
that's me. And if you guys like took it, if people over at JC's took it the wrong way, me going over there, I apologize. I just did what I thought was right to do. When I heard, I went over and gave my condolences. That's all. And if it was wrong, then I apologize. But
Weston, I can't do that of Darren. I mean, if people want to take some clips of Darren on my stream of him being sweet, that's fine, but I can't do that. Maybe JC has more footage of him. He's only been here a couple times. Every time Darren would come here, I would tell him not to be here because it seemed to be in the middle of him and JC fighting, and I didn't want that kind of thing here. And I don't. I don't even know which streams he's a part of anymore. He wasn't here that often. I spent more time with Darren before I stopped going to JC's than after. Well, I don't know. I'm not upset that Captain did it. It's just that he was accused of being a spy and like spying for me, and that's just not true. I've never asked anybody to spy for me, and I certainly am always telling Captain not to go there, not to even watch it. I'm telling him that all
you
the time.
you tell me that about all streams. You're like, why do you watch streams if you know they're going to talk bad about you?
I know. I'm always telling you that about Tiffany's too. I'm just don't go there. Just
Yep.
don't fucking go there.
Yep.
Clumsy. Oh, it's not my condolences, Clumsy. This is just a friend of mine. And yes, I'm sorry that I lost him, but his family's the one who needs him. JC, if you guys are friends with JC, you should go over there and give her support. Honestly. I'm not even fucking around. I mean, yes, I'm upset about it, but that's only because Darren and I were friends and he has the same fucking shit wrong with him that I do, and it's like fucked up. I don't know, it was bad. And fucking part of me gives up all the time with my health, and I know why he was like that. I don't even think JC understood why he was like that, but I understood why he was. It is the weirdest thing to try to survive when all you want to do is die. It's fucking weird. It's the weirdest experience of your life. About all these fucking things in your head, it's like I don't want to be crippled, and I don't want to lose my arms and my legs, and I don't want to stick needles in myself all the time, and I don't want to live in a hospital. And you just give up. You just fucking give up. You just give up. And that's what makes me sad about him. Because he gave up. And I want to give up all the time. Because it's hard. I mean, it's not just hard. It's intensely hard to The hardest thing I've ever done is try to stay positive when everything's negative. It's hard. It really is. And I know there's many people here that have had illnesses and whatnot, but a chronic illness is something that like you have to deal with for so long. And it just slowly chips away at you, your health, your mental health, your physical health, all of it. It's okay, little doggy. I'm not sad. It's okay. Just over emotional. I always cry when I can't decipher my emotions. I don't hate anybody, NorCal. Like, I don't even know if it's possible for me to hate people. I can dislike a lot of stuff, but I don't hate. No, JC and I are not going to become friends again. Ever. I will never go back to that place. I will never go back there at all. Doesn't mean that I want bad things to happen to JC or her stream or any of her people or any of those other things, but I cannot do that. And I will not do that. If I have decided to leave for some reason your life, it's because I already extended myself so many times and been slapped in the fucking face that I have no other choice but to let you go. That's the way it is. Trust me, I've been given so many opportunities for things to work out for certain people over there and for people to be okay, and it just doesn't work out that way, NorCal. I don't have any hatred for JC to begin with at all. So there's no bread to break. But I will never go there. And I will never go back. Hi, Ruffy baby. Hello, the trooper.
Hi, Ruff. Hi, Trooper. Hi, Kittles. Kittles wants the link. You want me to drop the link?
This really isn't about me, guys. I know I'm crying, but it's really not about me. I'm actually just don't know what to do with all this emotion that I have right now because I can't contact Darren's family or anything like that. There's nothing to do with it. All I have is this stream right here to kind of talk about it. But I do send my deepest condolences to JC and Darren's family. And I hope they know that he was loved and appreciated. And I will never forget him. Never. I will never forget him. Wow. Poor Darren. I hope it was quick and painless. Poor Darren. Fuck. Fuck this shit. I don't know if I'm allowed to grieve or not, Nicole. I'm not. I don't know if that's my right. I just know that I feel bad. And I wish that he is better. I do know Darren loved JC. Anyways, I'm not exactly shocked, but it kind of sucks that it happened on Valentine's Day. Anyhow, I'm sorry you got jumped over there, Capt. I don't think that that was what was intended by the stream owner. But people are just people here, and they're always wanting to make some kind of drama out of something, even if it's something as sad as somebody passing. You know, try not to take it personally and just realize that a lot of people at JC's stream are there as fake people to begin with, and they're there to troll. But it was nice of you to go over there. I just wanted everybody to know that I wasn't the one who sent you over there. And I'm not the one that tells you to go over there and lurk and spy. I don't ask anybody to lurk and spy for me. And I have questioned many times that the information that I get from random places that are streams and stuff are really Rusty or not, because they always seem to come from Rusty's fucking channel. Always, JC. I love Darren. He was a good person. I'm sorry that you're going through this terrible thing to find out on this kind of day, and I know you're going through a lot. So I wish you healing and happiness, and I'm very sorry. And if there's anything that I can do in order to help, if he needs money donated for a GoFundMe to bury him, if his family needs anything, please don't hesitate to let me know. I would do anything for the guy, so please let me know. Yeah, the chirping is that's Cap. He's never gonna fix it. You liked when JC and Darren went back and forth. Actually, they're actually better when they're not fighting. They had a great chemistry together. Yeah, Guapo. Darren passed. He had a stroke, apparently. I don't know. Maybe JC's in here. Maybe she could tell you, or maybe you can go over to JC's panel, give her some support. I didn't really run this panel to take anything from JC's stream. Cap told me that Darren passed, and I was shocked. And then he told me that he went in there to wish his condolences, and they accused him of spying for me. And I just wanted to clear it up, because I'm not going to smutty up Darren's death by lurking and making it my content. That's not the purpose of this at all. In fact, I encourage all of you to go over there and lend support to JC's channel, not this one. I just wanted to make it public that I wouldn't do something like that, and that I also love Darren, and I was not as close with Darren as JC. I'm not sure anybody was, but Darren and I had the same exact disease, and we were dealing with the same exact things at the same exact time, and it just, I feel bad for him. And in a way, in a strange way, I I just hope that he knows I understood before he left, because I don't think a lot of people did. But I get it. I get it. I really do. Weird. Actually was granddaughter of truth. I was close to Darren S. JC. Me and him talked quite a bit. In fact, before I left JC's channel, we used to hang out all the time. We talked about our illnesses together all the time. We talked about medication. We talked about the things that we could do. We talked about his drinking. We talked about his girlfriend. I know a lot about Darren, actually. We were actually pretty close. You can try to diminish that all you want, but it's not the truth. And it really doesn't matter to me what you think. Who are you? What was the name? What is your name? Granddaughter of Truth. What are you, Billy Hayden? Take a key opportunity. IRR. Oh, likewise, Shell. Nice to see you. As always. Yeah, Darren's dead and it's still the Shannon show. So let me guess. Granddaughter of Truth. You're either Billy Hayden, Rusty, or Jarl. Which one is it? Are you alright? You need some fucking help, dude? You know what happens to people like you, granddaughter of truth? You die horrible deaths because you sit here and you make a show of somebody's death. Not me. I could care fucking less what you think, bro. You've got some kind of mental disorder. Like, even in times like this, you can't show a shred of fucking humanity or compassion. You're gonna burn in hell forever. You're gonna be stuck on this fucking blue ball for the rest of your fucking life because you are absent of soul. You're piss and vitriol. You don't even know when to pull back when it's time to fucking pull back, you piece of shit. The fact is somebody has lost their life in our community that we all knew. And you're taking the opportunity to try to be a fucking douchebag. Self reflect, homeboy. Seriously. Or homegirl. Or whatever the fuck you are. Self reflect. You're making this show about you. You can't even sit here and give condolences for 3 fucking seconds for somebody who's lost their life. You'd rather fucking troll. The fuck's wrong with you? You got some kind of mental disorder? You need us to give a shout out to the insane asylum? The fuck is your problem? Piece of shit. Hello, Mike H. How are you? What is evil, Cat Slayer? Miss Shannon, you lie. Threw Darren off the panel the other day for drunk and refused to allow him back on the panel. No, I've never thrown Darren off the panel for being drunk and refused to let him back on. So, I don't know what you're talking about, weirdo. That's never even happened on my panel. Never thrown Darren off my panel for being drunk. Ever. Darren came in one day and was talking about JC, and I told him to go back over to JC's and to work things out with her, but I've never thrown Darren off my panel. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Something wrong with you. But I'm not opposed to throwing anybody off the panel if they are disrespectful. So I can give a shit less what you think. I agree with you, Shelt. This is not the fucking time. But there's still always going to be somebody that wants to fucking troll. In this case, I have to assume it's one of the fucking psychos that fucking run streams and are constantly trying to hurt people. And I reiterate one of them. One. Uno. No, Johnny, that's not the real Slayer cat. Somebody fucking cloning her to try to start shit because that's the way they work here. They think they're gonna grab somebody while their emotions are high and they're gonna fucking start shit. I'll put the link down, but I really think people should go over to JC's right now. Honestly, I just wanted to clear that up. This wasn't even going to be a long blog, to be honest with you. Just be careful what you wish for, people. Because while you're sitting there begging for people to die and telling them to die and calling them a bitch and telling them to die and die and die, realize people do die. And when they die, they don't come back. And there's no taking those fucking words back ever. You wish somebody death and they die, you cannot take it back. You don't get a second chance. Death is a finality. Hello, my Glinda.
Hang on me.
He died, Glinda.
I know. I don't even know, but
He has the same fucking shit I do, and he died. Oh my god. Oh Lord. I just don't drink like him. It's the only difference. Only difference, and I was amputated. That's it.
Anyone that talks shit.
Hey, how is everybody doing today?
Been better, Kittle.
Don't be
Hey,
there.
I tell you what. I was just playing with my Ouija board, and I contacted Darren, and Darren just wanted me to tell a couple stupid
Hi,
jokes.
Nina. I know.
Yeah, Darren said he's gonna go haunt fucking Billy Hayden and Rusty. Yeah, hey, I told Darren I'll give you fucking a 6-pack of beer and a box of Rice Krispie treats. You go haunt Rusty and Billy Hayden.
I don't even want him to do that. I just want him to be at peace. I don't even want him to do that. I don't. This place is so stupid with how ugly they are. He deserves better than that.
Hey, Darren was an ugly motherfucker, man. Darren was a fucking ugly ass motherfucker. And I tell you what, his personality is what got him through.
Darren
Kind of
was
like Shannon.
definitely like me.
Yeah, I love you. I love you, girl. Yeah, why the fuck is Gotti here?
I don't know.
Gotti, what the fuck are you doing here? Shouldn't you be go terrorizing the living?
Listen, I love you all. Thanks for coming, but like I'm gonna go shut down this stream. You guys go give your support to JC out there and go over there and
All
mourn
right, I'm
over.
gonna go back over to JC's.
Yeah, go back to JC's. Go give her love. I'm gonna
Yeah,
shut down this
I already
stream.
have. I came over here to do that now too.
Well, you guys don't have to comfort me. I love Darren, and Darren was my friend, and I'm very sad about it. But I think I'm gonna head offline and
Well,
try
the
to get my
motherfucker owed me
shit together a
$5
little
from the
bit.
Super Bowl.
I just need a couple hours to process this. I went directly on when I found out about Darren, so because I didn't want JC to misconstrue anything that's happened here, or anybody else for that matter. I love Darren. Darren was my friend, and
All right.
he deserves to be mourned, and he deserved to be loved, and I hope he's at peace. We love you, Darren. Rest in peace. Everybody go back to JC's. Tell her you love her. Give her your support. I love you all. Thank you for coming out. I'm going to get my shit together for a couple hours, cry out my little shit, and I'll be back in a little while. But in the meantime, you guys all stay safe. And remember, death is a finality. So don't say things that you don't mean. I love you all. Happy Valentine's Day. Rest in peace, Darren. Bye.